Welcome to Food Nation's growing session. Today we are going to be looking at a crop that you can grow at home. Traditionally, potatoes are planted on Good Friday. They said that whilst the devil was looking one way, it meant that the crops wouldn't go bad. Or it could just be that everybody had a day off work on that day so they could plant their crops. And all we need is a pot to put the potatoes in, or you could grow them in a compost bag. We also need 3 potatoes, and you want them to be about the size of a hen's egg. And I've also got compost and my gloves. So in an ideal world, you would be using seed potatoes to grow new potatoes from. However, it's not a problem. I'm going to be using normal eating potatoes because this is what I had in the house. Some of my potatoes are looking a little bit old, so you can see that they have little growths on them. That's absolutely fine. This is going to help create more potatoes. Okay, so there's lots of different kinds of containers that you could use to grow your potatoes in. You could use a pot, you could use a waste paper bin. I'm going to be using a compost bag. So the main things are, we need it to be strong so that it'll support the soil and the potatoes growing in it. We need there to be drainage holes in it as well, so I can cut those into the bottom of the bag as well. And we would like it to be at least 30 centimetres in diameter and height as well, just to give enough room for these potatoes to grow. The first thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to roll the sides of it down. The next thing that I need to do is I need to make some little drainage holes in the bottom of the bag. So if you're using a bin or a crate or anything like that, you need to make sure there's drainage holes as well, so that the potatoes aren't overwatered. Okay, so I have got myself a few holes in the bottom of my bag. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to fill it with compost, and I want it to be 10 centimetres deep before we add the potatoes in. Okay, so I have got 10 centimetres of compost in the bottom of my bag now. So now I'm just going to place my potatoes in the bag as well. You want to make sure that they're well spaced. We don't want them to be up against the side of the bag. We don't want them to be too close to each other either. And now all we need to do is top them with 10 centimetres of compost. Okay, so now we have planted our potatoes, we need to think about watering them. They need watering every couple of days, depending on how dry it is and how hot it is. There is a watering guide attached to the bottom of this video so that you can check out how much you need to water your potatoes. It'll take about 12 to 14 weeks until they are ready to harvest. At this point, the leaves might also start to die back, so that's a sign that they're ready to eat. So you can just put your hand into the compost bag, take out your potatoes, and then cook them however you would like. Make sure you give them a really good wash first, and enjoy your super tasty, delicious homemade potatoes.